This is the example video for A7, long division of polynomials. So I'm going to go through these examples pretty quickly. If you need to slow this video down, feel free to pause at any time. I provided more examples here so you can see more practice on how these are supposed to be done. So let's rewrite this. So I have b plus 3. And inside my box I have 9b squared plus 31b plus 12. So 9b squared divided by b is 9b. So b times 9b is 9b squared. 3 times 9b is 27b. I have to subtract, so I'll switch my signs to negatives. 9b squared minus 9b squared, that cancels. 31b minus 27b is 4b. And then I bring my 12 down, so I have plus 12. So 4b divided by b is a positive 4. b times 4 is 4b. And 3 times 4 is 12. I have to subtract, so I'll switch my signs. 4b minus 4b cancels, and 12 minus 12 cancels. So I get 0. So my remainder is 0. So my answer is 9b plus 4. All right, moving on to the next one. I'll have x minus 3 outside of my box, and I'll have 4x cubed minus 10x squared minus 15x plus 20 inside my box. So 4x cubed divided by x is 4x squared. X times 4x squared is 4x cubed. And negative 3 times 4x squared is negative 12x squared. So I have to switch my signs because I'm subtracting. So 4x cubed minus 4x cubed, they cancel. Negative 10x squared plus 12x squared is 2x squared. And I'll bring down my negative 15x and my plus 20. So I'll continue to go through the process. 2x squared divided by x is a positive 2x. X times 2x is 2x squared. And negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. So I'll switch my signs, so that becomes a negative, this becomes positive. So 2x squared minus 2x, they cancel. 15x, or negative 15x plus 6x is negative 9x. And then I'll bring down my positive 20. Okay, so moving on, negative 9x divided by x is negative 9. X times negative 9 is negative 9x. And negative 3 times negative 9 is a positive 27. So I have to switch my signs, so that becomes negative, this becomes positive. So negative 9x plus 9x cancels, and I have 20 minus 27, which is negative 7. So at this point, I've done everything, which means I have a remainder of negative 7. So how we write that, our final answer would be 4x squared plus 2x minus 9 minus 7 over whatever I divide it by, which in this case is x minus 3. So this would be my solution. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So I'll rewrite it. N minus 8. Inside my box I have n to the fourth minus 13n cubed plus 41n squared minus 18n plus 76. Okay, so n to the fourth divided by n is n cubed. N times n cubed is n to the fourth. And negative 8 times n cubed is negative 8n cubed. So I'm subtracting, so I'll switch my signs. These cancel. I have negative 13n cubed plus 8n cubed, which is negative 5n cubed. And I'll bring down everything else. So I have plus 41n squared minus 18n plus 76. So I'll do the same thing all over again. So negative 5n cubed divided by n is negative 5n squared. N times negative 5n squared is negative 5n cubed. And negative 8 times negative 5n squared is a positive 40n squared. So I'll switch my signs. This becomes negative. This becomes positive. So 5n cubes cancel. Now I have 41n squared minus 40n squared. So I'm left with n squared. I'll keep bringing things down. So I have negative 18n and my plus 76. So n squared divided by n is a positive n. So n times n is n squared. And negative 8 times n is negative 8n. So I have to switch my signs. Please don't forget to do that. N squareds cancel. I have negative 18n plus 8n, which is negative 10n. And I can bring down this plus 76. So negative 10n divided by n is negative 10. N times negative 10 is negative 10n. Negative 8 times negative 10 is positive 80. But again, I have to switch my signs. So we can combine these now. So negative 10n plus 10n, that cancels. And I have 76 minus 80, which is negative 4. So this is my remainder. So now I know I can write my solution as n cubed minus 5n squared plus n minus 10 minus 4 over n minus 8. Final answer. Pause the video if you need more time. I know they look complicated, but they really aren't. You just have to take it one step at a time, and you'll be all set. Okay. I'll rewrite this. All right, we got a long one. Okay, so n to the fifth divided by n is n to the fourth. N times n to the fourth is n to the fifth. Negative 7 times n to the fourth is negative 7n to the fourth. I'll switch my signs and combine. So n to the fifth cancels. I have negative 11n to the fourth plus 7n to the fourth. which is negative 4 n to the fourth. And I'll bring down everything else. Okay, so same process. Negative 4n to the fourth divided by n is negative 4n cubed. N times negative 4n cubed is negative 4n to the fourth. Negative 7 times negative 4n cubed is negative 28n cubed. I'll combine. Actually, need to switch my signs first. So my 4n to the fourths cancel. Oh, sorry about that. I made a small mistake right here. Okay, negative 7 times negative n to the, or negative 4n cubed is positive 28n cubed, but then you have to switch the sign, so it's negative. So 35n cubed minus 28n cubed is 7n cubed. I'll bring everything else down. Okay, so 7n cubed divided by n is 7n squared. N times 7n squared is 7n cubed. And negative 7 times 7n squared is negative 49n squared. So switch my signs. 7n cubes cancel. I have negative 48n squared plus 49n squared, which is just n squared. I can bring down my negative 10n and my plus 21. So n squared divided by n is n. So n times n is n squared. And negative 7 times n is negative 7n. So change my signs. N squareds cancel. Negative 10n plus 7n is negative 3n. And I can bring down my 21. So one last time. Negative 3n divided by n is negative 3. N times negative 3 is negative 3n. Negative 7 times negative 3 is a positive 21. Of course, we have to flip the signs. So negative 3n plus 3n cancels. 21 minus 21 cancels. So we get a remainder of 0. So final answer, n to the fourth minus 4n cubed plus 7n squared plus n minus 3. Perfect. All right, pause the video if you need more time. All right, we have 2 more problems here. Okay, so let me rewrite this one. This one doesn't look too bad. So notice when I'm writing this. Under my box, I have my cubic term here, so I'll write that. I have my quadratic term, so that goes next. I don't have a linear term. I don't have an x to the first power in this polynomial at all. So I'll write plus 0x, okay? Because 0 times x is just 0, but I want it accounted for. So then I have my negative 8. Now I'm ready to roll. So x cubed divided by x is x squared. X times x squared is x cubed. Negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Change my signs. So x cubes cancel. Negative 3x squared plus 3x squared. That cancels. So I get 0x squared. Now I'll bring down everything else. So now I do the same exact thing. What is 0x squared divided by x? Okay, so what do you have to multiply x by to get 0? Okay, so I get plus 0x. So x times 0x is 0x squared. Negative 3 times 0x is negative 0x. So, seems a little ridiculous, but I'll flip my signs. So, they cancel, and they cancel. So I get negative 8 as my remainder. So, I know how to write this. I have x squared. I don't need to write 0x, so I'll just go right to my negative 8. So minus 8. I was dividing by x minus 3. So that's my solution. Just make sure before you get going that all terms are accounted for in order. Okay, if they're not, just write in 0x and follow the same process. Okay, our last example here. Find one more color. 5x minus 4 divided by, or not divided by, sorry, just under my box. I have 24x cubed minus 65x squared plus 26x plus 1. So 25x cubed divided by 5x is 5x squared. So 5x times 5x squared is 25x cubed. Negative 4 times 5x squared is negative 20x squared. I'll flip my signs. 25x cubes cancel. I have negative 65x squared plus 20x squared, which is negative 45x squared. I can bring everything else down. So negative 45x squared divided by 5x is negative 9x. Okay, 5x times negative 9x is negative 45x squared. And I have negative 4 times negative 9x, which is a positive 36x. So I have to change my signs to negative, this one to positive. So these cancel. I have 26x minus 36x, which I know is negative 10x. Then of course I can bring down my plus 1. So negative 10x divided by 5x is negative 2. 5x times negative 2 is negative 10x. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. So I have to switch my signs. So 10x's cancel. I have 1 minus 8, which is negative 7. So I know my final answer, since this is my remainder, is 5x squared minus 9x minus 2 minus 7 over 5x minus 4. Now you can move on to long division of polynomials practice, A, B, or C.